everybody from the MXGP of Europe for the 6th race of the FIM Motocross World Championship. The Vulcan Swag track is ready to welcome the best riders in the world for this weekend of races.
Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MXGP Pro here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here. Welcome back to my official rider career, and this is part number 6. Now we're in the Netherlands, it's absolutely pissing down and we're going to get straight into the qualifying session. Also guys, don't forget to check out the video in the right hand corner. I'll leave a link for the teaser trailer that we just had for MXGP the video game. Right, I'm going to change the camera view for the next lap. I don't race a lot in this camera view, so I just want to see what it's like. But the conditions are extremely poor around this circuit, so this is going to be a really tough race. I still haven't managed to put in a decent lap. I keep on crashing out, and the AI seems to be very aggressive in these conditions. But the puddles are getting huge. That's one thing I do like about MXGP Pro. They've done really well with the dynamic weather. Hopefully we will see something like this or even better in the new MXGP game. Now we've been thrown a date, the 14th of May. Is that going to be the release date, or is that just going to be the date where we get an official trailer and information about the new title? Because so far I haven't heard anything, and there is so much coming to the channel over the next couple of months. It'd be really nice to know what sort of time, just for, not just about pre-ordering the game, but to try and make a schedule, because we're already going to have a MotoGP 19 in June. We're going to have F1 2019 coming in June, and check out that video. I'll leave a link in the top right hand corner for a co-op career that I'm going to be doing with another YouTuber. Plus, we still got loads coming from Ride 3, so there is loads of racing on the channel, and it's going to be very, very challenging for me, but hopefully I can keep up and deliver some really high quality videos. And that's not bad. It's okay in this camera view. I don't think I'm as quick in this view as the normal chase cam, but it is good to mix it up. Oh god, I was going to go off the circuits, and really struggling in these conditions. But I haven't crashed. That is a bonus. Let's see what sort of time we're going to get. So we're way off the pace, and that gets us 15th. That's not bad. Right, so we're going to have to scrap that lap. Too many crashes again, and I'm finding I am using the majority of the qualifying session just to get used to the conditions and the circuit. There's one thing that I am finding on this game: I do crash out a lot more, and I'm finding that the settings that you use for the wet conditions to the dry conditions are very, very different, and I suppose that's why it is a pro edition, because they have made it a lot harder. Now there is some people that will say they didn't like the handling and the physics of this game, and I can see that to a certain extent. I just found like the circuits needed a little bit more of an enhancement. They look a little bit plain, a bit bland, and I think you do get bored racing on the same circuits. They definitely need a track editor in the new game. But if you check out the video, I'll put a link in the right hand corner about the new teaser trailer for the new game and a wish list. Please watch the video and let me know your thoughts, and if there's anything you'd like to add to that wish list. Right, let's see if we can latch onto the bike in front. This is definitely going to be a better lap. We haven't crashed out, and this time we haven't got many riders around us giving us grief in the corners. Now they seem to be able to take some of these corners in these conditions a lot quicker. I'm finding I'm having to just sort of like just put the clutch in slightly, not rev too hard, just to get some traction, because you do get really bogged down in this weather. Right, so the fastest time is a 1:40. Let's see if we can get close to that. No, I don't think we are, but hopefully we can do better than 15th, and up to 8th. That's a little better, but I think we can do better than that. Let's carry on going. Oh god, almost came off there. Be careful around this bend. Accelerate. Oh, not again. Right, so we got to the end of the qualifying session. We didn't improve on that 8th position. I had to make a few more adjustments to the bike, but let's just get into the race, and we're really going to have to be good in these conditions. So let's get straight into it. So here we go.
The director leaves the track. All eyes on the first bend. Who will take the inside line?
Right, so here we go with the race in the Netherlands. Let's see if we can get a decent start. We need to drop the clutch at the right time. The conditions are still extremely poor. And, oh, that was nicely done. Right, can we get through this first corner without getting forced out? Oh, I knew that was going to happen. And, oh, luckily I didn't come off. But that was happening quite a lot in the qualifying session going through that section. They just force you out wide. Managing just to stick with the leading riders. I'm not sure who got into the lead. Who is it? I think it's Hurlings. So let's see if we can just get through into P3. No, we just dropped off to P4. Let's just try and stick with them. And like I said, the conditions as the race goes on are going to get even worse than they did in the qualifying session. The puddles were just getting so bad and it was making it very challenging in the slow corners. Right, we've got into second. Can we take the lead? And we just managed to get past Hurlings there. And let's just try and hold him off. Be careful through this section. I slid off a couple of times and Hurlings has just taken the inside and just forced us out. And let's just try and keep up with him. And he just manages to get some really good traction through these sections. And I really struggle. Right, let's be careful in this corner. The puddles aren't developing around there just yet, but I'm guaranteed they will. And Kai Rowley's managed to get past us. And I think he's the closest to us in the championship, so we need to make sure we finish in front of him. Oh, almost got reset there. Be careful. Can't go off the circuit. You get penalised quite easily on this game. And we've managed to take a nice inside line there and got back in front of Kai Rowley, chasing down Hurlings, and we go into the next lap. And this hasn't been a bad start. It's all about trying to stay on the bike, I think, because I did crash quite a lot in the qualifying session. Right, this is a difficult turn, and the puddles aren't too bad at the moment, but as you can see, they're starting to develop now, and it's going to get very, very boggy. And that was nice through there, nice smooth run, and we've managed just to chase down Hurlings. Let's see if we can just live with his pace, and hopefully we can at least finish in the top three. Oh, that just caught the side there. Be careful, Gooner. Don't want to be ruining this race. Right, can we get past him here? No, he just managed to get through there a little bit quicker than us, and we're just trying to stick with him as long as we can. Get nicely turned in, and as you can see, like I said, all the puddles are starting to develop, and you really have to be careful and accelerating. And look at the back end of the bike, struggling to get traction. I don't want to come off, and I really have to back off and try not to use too much front brake. Ooh, turned in a little bit too sharp there. That could have cost me. And don't forget, I've still got Kai Rowley behind me as well, and he is fighting for points. See if we can just close in. Hopefully we can finish this walkthrough before the new game comes out. I will try and maybe do some double episodes. And yeah, I'm really enjoying getting back on the MXGP circuit. I do like some of these races, especially when you get ones in these conditions. It just adds to the difficulty, and that's not too bad round there. Trying to live with Jeffrey Hurling's pace, but at the moment I'm really struggling. But that wasn't a bad lap. We've actually just hit a faster lap than we did in qualifying. So we're just trying to choose the right lines. And I think having someone in front of you does push you a little bit, knowing that there's other riders behind as well. Right, let's try and get a smooth run through there. That's nicely done. We've got a couple of laps to go. This race is going to heat up. I think it's going to go down to the final lap. Unless we can just get past Hurlings and just try and keep him behind us. Right, let's try and take the inside line. Oh, almost had him. And just be careful, slow it down into that turn. Oh, he ran straight into me there. He turned straight into me and he's come off. Oh, that really wasn't my fault. I was on the right line. I had nowhere to go and he turned straight into me. Now, that does happen quite a lot. I've been taken off myself like that. And that wasn't on purpose. But I'm not going to complain because it's happened to me a couple of times. And they don't stop or complain. They just carry on. So that's all I'm going to do. But we need to get to the end. I'm not sure whether it's still Kai Rowley behind me, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to try and concentrate on this final section and go into that final lap and hopefully take another 25 points. That was nicely done through there. Trying to just back off, not brake too much through those slow corners, and just trying to run it through there. And let's see if we can just get a little bit of distance between us and second going into that final lap. That would be nice. That's nicely done. We're starting to get in a bit of a rhythm here, and another decent lap there as well. So why we couldn't set this pace in qualifying, I don't know, because with the times I'm setting, that would have got me the fastest time. So that is interesting, that the race is actually quicker. Wow, almost lost the rear then. Look at how much water's on the circuit. On these sand-based circuits, you do get a lot of puddling. And you've got to be careful through here. I think I can hear a bike not far behind. So let's try not to make any silly little errors. That's not too bad. Slow it down, get it turned in. And let's see if we can just keep us in the lead. I'd love to win round here. I actually did love online races around here. I think more on MXGP 3. I haven't raced so much on this one. I've been online a couple of times, but I haven't really got many people on my friends list that still play this game. They've moved on to other games, mainly Monster Energy Supercross 2, which is a fantastic game. If you want to check out my full career walkthrough on that, I'll leave a link in the right hand corner for that. That's another series that I've completed, and we did a full series on the 250s and the 450s, and we're at the moment we're doing an official rider career as Cooper Webb as well. So there has been loads of videos on that and all the DLC. Right, so we're coming towards the end, and it looks like we are going to take the win. And this has been an awesome result. I'm a bit sorry about what happened with Hurlins, but these things happen in this sort of motorsports. And there we go, we take a win and we move on in the championship. Let's see who came second. Kai Rowley, and Hurlins came on the podium anyway, but I'm pretty sure he'll get me in the next round. Right, let's just check out the stand-ins, and then we will check out what race is coming next. But overall, I really enjoyed that race. So let's get straight into the stand-ins. So here we go. Right, so my PS4 Pro's just blue screen just before I got into the stand-ins of that race. So that means I've got to run that race again. So we're going to give Jeffrey Hurlins a second opportunity to try and beat us in that race.
The rumble of the engines becomes deafening. Who's made it through the battle for the first bend?
Right, so here we go with take 2 of this race in the Netherlands. Let's see if we can get another decent gate drop. Get a good start, and just drop the clutch a little bit late there, and that's going to really affect us. Let's just try and take a decent line, and we're going on the other side, and be careful. Ooh, that worked okay. So normally we go on the other side and get forced out. That time we managed to get a good clear run, and we've managed to get to the front. Who's leading the race? Is it Hurlins? No, I think it's Kai Rowley, and he's the closest to us in this championship, so let's stay with him in the inside, and we just managed to squeeze past him. And can we get a really good first lap in here? Be careful. God, almost came off the bike there. And now you've got to try and make use of the first lap because the conditions aren't as bad, but it is absolutely pissing it down, and it will start to puddle very, very soon. Right, let's just try and fight with Kai Rowley here early on, taking that inside line. That might have been a mistake. He almost ran straight into my bike there, but I managed to stay on. And again, he's coming flying in the inside. Looks like it's going to be quite an epic battle with Kai Rowley, which is not going to give me any breathing space. Right, let's try and hold the inside line into this next left-hander. Slow it down. And again, he just made contact with the back wheel. Oh, this is going to be horrendous if he takes me off here. So let's just try and hold it. Oh, carried a little bit too much speed into that turn, and it forced me out wide. And Kai Rowley has taken the lead. Let's see if we can take the inside line and force him out wide. And we've retaken the lead. And it may be like this the entire race. It's going to be a really close battle, but I like the challenge. Right, we go into the second lap. Let's try and take a nice line through here. This is very tight. Be careful. And this difficult turn, and it's starting to puddle now. Just try and keep it steady around that turn. Still can't get away from Kai Rowley. He is literally behind me in every single corner, and all I can hear is his bike. He hasn't made a lunge yet on this final lap, but there is still plenty of time. These conditions are getting really tough now, and he seems to be really quick around some of these slow corners. I'm going to just take some different lines on this final lap. I can't afford to take too tight of line and let Cairoli come in and take me off. I don't want on an occasion what happened with Hurlins, and we're coming towards the end, but he is still very, very close. He's literally been fighting all the way. So let's just try and hold him off. Let's be careful around this turn, going a little bit wider, and we've managed to take a decent momentum through there, and that is going to help us. Right, let's try and make sure we take that nice and tight. Stay on the circuit again, really good, but Cairoli is starting to pick up some pace. I can hear him. Is he going to try and beat me right to the end? Can't afford a really slow turn there, and he is literally straight. Oh, he's coming around the outside. Is he going to beat us to the line? Oh, I don't think he had the traction, but wow, what a race that was. And hopefully my computer won't blue screen this time. That's 2 attempts at the same race, and we managed to get 2 wins. Very enjoyable, really enjoyed that. And we move on to the next circuits. So that's another 25 points. We'll check out the standings, and I think Cairoli is closest to me in the championship. So let's check that out. And yes, he's in second. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and check out some of the other stuff that's going on the channel. And I will see you in the next video.